What's up, friend? Hector here, strongestech.com with this week's technique of the week. Today I'm going to be showing you again how to improve your kettlebell snatch to make your technique more efficient, because at the end of the day, technique is king. Like I said, the cleaner your technique is, the more efficient you'll be, the less fatigue and less torque you'll put on your grip, which is going to allow you to do more snatches. The more snatches that you do puts you in a greater deficit. We're not putting crap in your mouth. That equals fat loss, right? So today I'm going to be showing you pretty common progression to the snatch, but I'm going to show you my variation to it. So one of the most common progressions in the kettlebell snatch, and pretty much I think even the barbell snatch, is the high pull. So the high pull is essentially redirecting the trajectory of the bar and the kettlebell. So like the clean, like in our clean series, is when we clean, I told you to lead with the elbow, right? Don't try to pull the bell with your hand. Lead with the elbow, bringing the elbow back. That changes the trajectory, and that's what brings the bell straight up and allows you to put your hand inside. Same thing with the barbell snatch. As soon as they drive up, they bring the bar straight up by doing this thing, what's called a high pull. And that's bringing that bar straight up your body, and then they drop underneath the weight. So unlike the barbell, we won't be dropping under the weight because it's not really that heavy of a weight. We're going to be punching through and achieving that lockout. Okay, so I'm going to show you my progression to the high pull, and I'm pretty sure it'll make a lot of sense, and I'm pretty sure it'll help you out. So like the clean, leading with the elbow, we're going to use that exact same cue with the snatch. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that leading with the elbow phase, and we're just going to take it through a step through, and we just slowly work on getting that higher and higher to where it eventually gets you into the actual high pull position. So really quick on the high pull, I've noticed that when I've worked with many of my students here at Hardstyle, and even when I've worked with instructor candidates at the Strong First certifications, is some people don't really grasp the concept of the high pull. Like they can't really get the bell to float. And it's just, sometimes it's hard to grasp. So I'm just going to show you what I think is a little bit easier progression, how I do it, and how I teach my students. And by the way, this 3-part video series you'll get is an insight to how I coach my students on how to achieve the kettlebell snatch. So let's grab a bell. All right. So I'm basically going to do a swing, okay, but I'm going to pull my elbow back, okay, and I'm going to hike it back between my legs. I'm going to do another swing, and I'm going to pull my elbow back, but a little bit higher, almost as if I'm going to elbow somebody back behind my back. Okay, I'm going to boom, pull my elbow back, hike it back, boom. I'm going to put a little more power, pull the bell a little bit higher, and eventually I'm going to get the bell to where it's floating like eye level. And then at that point, the bell is going to want to start to tip over, and that's when we're going to quickly punch through and hit the lockout. Okay? So, and then I'm going to show you another variation at the end of that. So, leading with the elbow. Okay? When I'm at the peak of the high pull, I've seen the high pull taught where swing and then this kind of like pull back like this. I don't like that variation because you don't actually snatch like this, right? Anything you take overhead is never in this position. Okay? Everything you take overhead, your elbow is underneath your wrist. Right? You would never press like this. You would never push press like this. You would never jerk like this. Okay? So I don't like this hip drive, pull the bells back, and then punch. I don't like that variation. And I think that's one of the reasons why some of my students, and I think just people in general that I've come across, have a hard time understanding the high pull. Anything you take overhead, your wrist and your elbow are always aligned. Always. Okay, that's just that's the perfect mechanic for taking something overhead. When I'm at the peak of the high pull, I want to look like I'm almost in a bottom-up press, So when I drive through my hip and I pull the bell back, I want it right here. Right before the bell starts to flip over, I'm going to punch my hand straight overhead, which is a continuation of part 1 of this series where we use the push press. Okay? Using the push press to teach you this trajectory of this straight up and down position, right? So that push press is going to lead into the snatch. So, let's do it. Enough talking. So you're going to notice that as I drive my hip, I'm going to try to get the bell a little bit higher until I get the point to where the kettlebells almost bottom up. Okay? Here we go. That was easy, right? Downcast, lead with the elbow, bring it straight back to the ground. Boom. So you notice how I pull in a little bit higher, and I want to get that bell as close to my body as I can, all the way until I get the bell, my hand is about eye level, the bell is almost in a bottom up position, and then I punch. And you'll see I'm able to stay more compact like this. That way the snatch is literally this up and down position. Let's do it again. 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 That makes sense? Hopefully, it looks like it's going straight up and down. So you notice that at no point am I driving and bringing back my elbows. I don't like this drill. I don't like this cue. You're exposed. You can't maintain this tension. If you were sparring or boxing with somebody, you would never punch like this. You would never grapple with somebody like this. You'd stay in, right? You'd stay in. You'd stay in. So same exact thing we're going to do with the bell is drive, okay? Pull the bell up. Say you're going to stay in tight. And then once you get the bell to where it's about to flip over, you quickly punch through. So I'm going to turn the other way. Okay, set up. Whoop. You can see how it was already starting to fall over. Let's do it again. Again. And then you park it. Pretty simple, right? Another variation, I'll save that for another day. I just want you to focus on that for right now. So, the goal is to get that bell to go straight up, straight down, just like with the clean. So, we're doing the high pull, but we're approaching it one step at a time and slowly getting that bell to come higher and higher until where the bell is almost bottom up. And at that point, it's going to start to teeter-totter and flip over towards you. And you're going to beat it by quickly punching your hand through the handle. So I'll knock out a couple more. I'll knock out a couple of more, and then I'll do the snatch so you can kind of see what it all looks like at the end. I'm not going to turn this way. All right, here we go. Square. I'm getting tired now. That's all I got for you guys for this week's Technique of the Week. If you have any questions, you have comments, leave something in the comment section below. Again, I'm Hector at strongestech.com with this week's Technique of the Week. Oh, be sure to subscribe. If you want more cool videos like this, and you want me to be able to keep doing cool videos like this, subscribe. Watch the rest of my videos. That way, you have all the tools that you need to improve your technique, improve your mobility, your endurance. That way you see results faster. That's the reason why I'm doing all this. All right? So go ahead and subscribe, click like, share it if you want to, and I'll see you on next week's Technique of the Week. Again, I'm Hector, strongestech.com, with this week's Technique of the Week.